Hey guys, so I was originally going to use like my mic for better audio and apparently it's dead. So there's that. So I wanted to start a new kind of series. I don't know if you guys are going to be down for it or not. So this video could be fine or it could flop. Either or. Today it is super foggy out, as you can kind of tell. So riding and everything is not going to be ideal. So I wanted to start a new series that is called Photography Client Nightmares. Because, as a lot of you know, I am a photographer. And I've been a photographer for like 10 years and I've got stories. Um, Not as good as some other probably photographers, but I've got stories. So I wanted to make a series wrapped around my photography horror stories of clients. Because it's mint. Ignore my beautiful harmonica roosters in the background. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into a story that to this day still bothers the ever-living crap out of me. It is the day that I lost my professionalism as a photographer, which is a really rare occurrence. I am pretty good at staying professional. For me to lose professionalism truly tells you how bad this is about to be. Or maybe I'm being over dramatic and you guys won't think it's as big of a deal as I have apparently deemed it as. So, a couple of years ago, I believe it was in 2022, I booked photo shoots for a very large family. It was like, I think sisters with obviously their spouses and the families and so forth. I'm not going to go into like further details on any of this. I've had problems with photographing this family. Trying to find a way to put things without sounding really bad at the same time, because like when you talk to friends, it's a little different. So anyways, they booked me. So this was a mom, dad, their son, and the mother. So I don't know if it was the mother-in-law to like the wife or the husband, but there was 4 in total. I was like, all right, let's do this. I meet, I do my regular greet of like, hey, like what kind of like photos are you truly wanting, since we didn't really go over this in like the questionnaire and everything else. So like, hey, like let's talk. So I asked them, like, what are they truly looking for? Like, what kind of backgrounds? Because sometimes people, when they get to the photo shoots, they change their mind on what they want as opposed to what they initially told me. So I like to double check that we're all on the same page. It's like a hair appointment. So we do this and they tell me that what they kind of want. I was like, okay, cool. This aligns with what I assumed you guys wanted. That's cool. Their son was wearing sunglasses and he couldn't have been more than about between 3 and 5 years old. And I was like, are we going to be taking the sunglasses off for the photos, or like, what's the deal? And they're like, no, the sunglasses are staying on. And I'm like, okay. I didn't argue. I didn't question it. I don't know if this kid has like sensory problems, or maybe that's the only way they can convince him to do the photos. Like, I don't question nothing. I ask, they said no, I respect it, I move on. So I'm shooting away, and I'd say my shoots are about an hour long. So we were about like 40 minutes in, give or take, and the son finally took off his glasses and I was like, oh yes. So I just start clicking away. I'm like, this, I love children. And I'm like, oh, I'll get some really good headshots from the mom and dad. Like, I'll make sure I get some really good photos. And I'm just snapping away and I'm running around and playing with the little boy, trying to get him to smile and be more natural. And I'm out of breath running around because I'm trying to focus and snap photos and guide everyone. And I'm having a blast. I quickly go through the photos. Like the last 10 minutes or so, I kind of stop and I kind of quickly run through my camera roll to make sure I've gotten what I think is okay. I show them a few photos from my camera roll and then I go, hey, are these good? Do you want to call this done, or do we want to use the final 10 minutes to redo anything? And that's just how I've always been. And so they said, no, we're fine. I'm like, okay, cool, perfect. I'm like, that's cool, that's awesome. So then we finish up. And we did a few finishing shots with like the other side of the family as well. So like, I don't know if it was like the sister or brother, but the other people, because they booked back to back as they were a large family. So they did a couple of quick group photos. Cool. And then I pulled them aside to do my end spiel. I do the same thing with every client. I pull them aside. I tell them how long it will take to get their photos. I tell them how they get the photos back, and so on and so forth. I explain to them, like, hey, like, you know, you'll get like 20 photos back in about 3 days via one of these things. I now mostly use my website, but some people still prefer me to send them on OneDrive or Dropbox or email, so I always like to make sure what platform they want the photo sent back. Then I explain that if they're on my website or Dropbox, they will stay there for about 3 months, then they get archived, and then they get put into long-term storage after that. So that way, if you ever have to ask for your shoot, like photos, like 5 years down the road, I should still have them. So I was like, all right, this is great. So I'm getting ready to set up for the next family. And the mom pulls me aside and she goes, can I talk to you for a second? And I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm thinking maybe she just wants a bit of their teeth whitened, and that's a common request I get. Like, can you please whiten my teeth a little bit? Can you get rid of like this acne scar? And I'm okay with that. I totally will do that if they ask for it. If they don't ask for it, I usually don't do it because some people get quite upset about it. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, what do you need? And she looks at me and she goes, can you please edit my son to make him look normal? I saw nothing wrong with her son. So after she said that, I go and look at her son again, like quickly glance over, and her son has like a really bad, like lazy eye, like it's looking over here. It's a little bit smaller than the other eye. I was just like, okay, to me, he's just a normal boy. And I looked at her and I was like, I beg your pardon? Could you please, like, repeat that? And she goes, I need you to edit my son so he looks like a normal child. And I'm like, ma'am, your son is normal. That is normal. That's his normal. What do you mean you want me to edit? Is that why his sunglasses were on the whole time? And she goes, well, yeah, because it's an embarrassment. And I'm like, and this is where I lost my professionalism. This is where I lost my composure as a mother, as a nanny, as like a babysitter. I have run daycares. Don't jump on my tripod. I lost my professionalism. I looked at her straight in the face and I said, I beg your pardon? Your son is normal. And she goes, well, no, he's not. He's got that stupid eye. And I'm like, wow, you are kind of the worst person in the fucking world now, aren't you? And I looked at her and I was like, so you want me to edit these photos to make your son look normal, so that way when he gets older and looks back at these photos, he's gonna realize my mother edited me because she's so fucking ashamed of my one eyeball, that I'm still a normal human being. He's still normal. He looks no different than any other fucking person to me. And she looked at me and was like, excuse me? And I'm like, no, this is absolutely bullshit. How dare you look at your young toddler child and go fix him and make him look normal? What is wrong with you that you can't love and accept your son the way he is? I was like, there is nothing wrong with your child, and the fact that you think that it's okay to have someone edit your child to make him look fucking normal, you are the problem here. I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous, and this is how you're gonna be? I'm not gonna return your photos. I will return your fucking money, and I will leave. I will delete everything off this fucking camera roll right now. How dare you look at your child and say that in front of him, and say that in general? What the fuck is wrong with you? And it's pretty much how I talked to her. I lost my mind. She then insisted that she still wanted the photos and that she was still going to pay me, but she was not happy about my attitude. And I basically looked at her going, I don't really care. I'm not happy about your attitude towards your child, and the fact that your child is going to grow up knowing that his family is embarrassed of him because he was born that way. What is wrong with you? And I left that shoot so furious that I actually had to sit in my car for about 20 minutes before I could drive anywhere because I was visibly shaking. I was this angry, and I'm still that angry about it, knowing the fact that this boy is growing up with his parents being ashamed because he has a bit of a lazy eye. Oh well, like, it would be one thing if he kept blinking in the photos and they wanted me to correct that or something. But to actually physically change how he looks to make him look more appeasing for their family photos, I'm sorry, that is just so wrong beyond belief. And I told them to never book with me again, never contact me. They were instantly blacklisted from my thing. Everything else, like, I lost my professionalism. And I think back to that day quite often about how I did lose my professionalism. And honestly, to this day, I am still okay with the fact that I lost my professionalism on them, because that to me was an incredibly unacceptable thing to say about your child, to say to the child. He was right there. Like, am I wrong? Am I the asshole? Like, maybe I could have dialed it back a little bit, maybe not completely lost control on her, but at the same time, like, what? Like, I kind of feel like the asshole, but I kind of realize I'm probably not the asshole. She's probably the asshole. And it kills me. It kills me. So, yeah. So that was my photography client from hell nightmare number 1. If you guys like these stories, let me know in the comments below. Again, you can always come and join my Discord, which is free to join. It is the second link. I'll also link it below. It's a free platform. They may ask you to pay for Nitro. You don't have to do that. I don't pay for nothing on Discord. You can come and see behind the scenes like photos. There's no subscription. It's 100% free. I don't ask for money ever. You can see photos of the horses behind the scenes. You can help contribute to new videos if you want to help give out a video idea. I run things by you. I put my crochet, my photography. I put a lot of really fun stuff into there. You can ask questions about horses, training, chickens, cats, dogs, whatever, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability, or I'll make a video. So it's just something to kind of be closer to you guys. I do have one subsection in there where it's how to support me if you choose to. And that's just showing you my Etsy store and my Amazon. And that's basically it. I sell stuff on Amazon. It's on Amazon wishlist. It's me selling stuff on Amazon. So you always get a product. I will never ask for direct money ever. So that was story number 1. So hope you guys liked it. I'm still mad about it. And I would love to continue this series, because I've got tons from shooting equestrians and families and weddings and all that fun jazz. So thank you guys so much. I talk so much with my hands. I am sorry. And I'll see you guys in the next.